Blowpipe mouthpiece repair. Blowpipe mouthpiece threads are worn and thread diameter has shrunk in size. This is an African blackwood blowpipe. Loose blowpipe mouthpiece repair options. Build up threads with hemp and Teflon tape. Have blowpipe shortened, removing worn out threads and cutting new ones. But in this video we will correct the issue of loose mouthpiece by building up the threads with African blackwood, followed by cutting new threads. Here's the supplies and tools I'll be using to repair the threads on the blowpipe. Here I'm examining the blowpipe for any and all defects apart from the thread being worn and shrunk in size. You see how loose it is. Taking a hole gauge to actually view the difference between what it is and what it should be. It's currently 1/2 inch and should be 9/16 in diameter to be able to accept the threading for the blowpipe mouthpiece. The unwaxed hemp is wrapped at each end of the thread section. Check the hemp wrap with a gauge and it should be at or near 9/16 of an inch in diameter. The area between the hemp wraps will serve as a well for the African blackwood dust. Here I'm cleaning the existing threads, making sure there's no residue that would interfere with the proper bond or adhesion of the repair. Then super glue is spread along the old threads for a better bond of the dust to follow. Here I take African blackwood dust, which is added in sections and evened up with the hemp wraps. The hemp wraps, as you see, are being used as guides to help me adjust for the depth that's required for the new threads to be added to the blowpipe. Each blackwood dust application is followed with a saturation of super glue. Allow it to soak in. Then follow with additional applications along the threads until you've gone around the full circumference of the threaded end. Notice there was little tag sections of hemp sticking out from the wraps. Don't concern yourself with them. They'll be filed off at the end of this process and will not be in the way of the threading. Now confirm that you have added enough blackwood dust before continuing on to the threading. Now using a flat file, the patch is made level with the hemp sides. At this time I also put a slight bevel on the end of the threaded area right at the end hemp line. A 9/16 inch by 30 pitch die is used to thread the built up end. Take care to place the die square to the end and start slowly. Move the die in a clockwise direction as you apply steady pressure towards the blowpipe. Continue this process until you've cut all the way to the base of the newly patched area. Clean away debris as needed to ensure a clean cut thread. This also ensures that you're able to cut all the way to the bottom. Now you're ready to go ahead and back the die off, moving in a counterclockwise direction. Now clean away any loose debris. I'm using a dental pick and a firm bristle brush to clean the newly cut threads. Now it's time to test the fit. The blowpipe mouthpiece is applied to the new threads and it appears to be nice and snug. I'll go ahead and fully seat it and then remove it for the last step. Now the threads are waxed and the blowpipe is ready for use. The vintage blowpipe is now fully repaired and functional. Sourcing African blackwood dust. Check with local woodworking hobby shops for African blackwood pin blank. Contact your bagpipe maker for a scrap piece of African blackwood. Use a metal file to scrape off the African blackwood dust.